How can I reunite with my alienated child quickly? How can I reunite with my alienated child quickly? How can I reunite with my alienated child quickly? That's a question I get a lot from parents who can't see a child after divorce or separation. These are parents who are struggling to connect with their kids. These are parents who maybe see their kids but have a damaged relationship. So, what can you do if you need to reunite, heal your relationship, reverse parental alienation, and you want to be quick about it? So, first of all, everyone who's here, drop in the chat what you want to get out of tonight's chat. Say where, if you want, you can say where you're from. You can share how many years you've been alienated, a question you have for me, but just let's get in the chat. If you're ready to reunite, comment connect in the chat right now, right? Great. So we are have almost, oh, wow, people are really like coming in right now to the chat. As we get started, as a few people come in, tonight's topic is how you can reunite quickly if you are a parent or a grandparent or other family member suffering from alienation, right? And I'm going to pull back the secrets because in the past few months, I've reunited 6 families, even more last year. I want to get to hundreds this year because I am Ginger Gentile. I'm the director of the Erasing Family documentary, Child of High Conflict Divorce. And I'm on a mission to reunite thousands of families, if not millions. Make parental alienation, estrangement, refuse, resist, domestic abuse by proxy, however you want to call it, a thing of the past. Because our society, in addition to you parents who are suffering because you can't talk to your kid, you can't text your kid, they don't show up at events. And I'm guessing that some parent, will be like, hey, how's your kid doing? And you have that shame of saying, I have no idea, you know more than I do. Well, if you're interested in stopping this right now, if you're interested in reuniting, I want you to write connect in the chat. So only one parent is interested? That's it? Okay. If you are interested in reuniting, write connect, and then also give me a little story, a little bit of information about what you want to get out of this chat so I can direct the questions to you. Because we only have about 15 minutes, and at the end of this chat, I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to how to reunite. That's not just done by me, but other ex-alienated kids and other reunited kids and reunited parents. Okay, so one more person is saying connect. So everyone else not that interested in reuniting, I just want to be like very clear. So Anita Berger says, I hate that everyone knows more about my daughters than I do. I want to connect. Christine Ray says connect. Amazing. Okay. So having worked with parents who have reunited with their kids who they've been completely alienated from, who are teenagers, who have a toxic ex who puts restraining order against them, who tries to kill them, and now can see their daughter without a court order. Imagine that. Imagine getting the alienation to stop to the point where your crazy ex and you can actually have dinner together. And they're like, yeah, see your daughter all weekend, have an overnight, without going back to court. Imagine having your child reach out to you after 5 years no contact and you didn't even have their phone number to text them. Imagine reuniting after 14 years, right? I'm going to tell you what all these parents had in common, and towards the end of the video, I'm going to reveal the big secret that a mom who we just had on our group coaching call 2 weeks ago. I'll tell you more about this at the end and how you can join. And she said, like, the trick to reuniting fast is to reunite slow, to take it slow. Well, what does that mean? So every parent who works with me, their first question is, how do I reach out to my kid? Who here is wondering that? How do I text my kid? How do I reach out to my kid? Right? Who here wants to know, how do I reach out to my kid? I have very interesting and walked through this with my husband for 7 years. Heartbreaking. 2 sons, 23 and 24, who have not seen since they were 15 and 16. Oh my God, this is heartbreaking. 9 years alienated. Jennifer, what would it be like if you could reunite quickly? Right? Checking the comments here. Lisa Brady, connect. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about what it means to take it slow to reunite fast, because we all want to reunite fast. What most parents want to do is skip steps. So they say, how do I reunite? How do I reach out to my kid? I'm totally blocked. That's something they might say. They might also say, I don't have their number. Or they might have some contact. They might even see their kids and they're like, how do I reach out? Do I send cookies? Do I show up at the school? And I always give the same answer. Sure, or don't. Until we address the underlying issues that cause the alienation, right? We can reach out, we can send texts, and you'll remain blocked, you'll remain unread, or they'll be read and they won't work. But the moment, and I had this one experience with this dad, who we had one session together. He reunited with his 7-year-old daughter. He got the alienation to stop, no court order. The mom began to let him see his daughter. And he reveals to me he has 2 sons from a previous marriage who he's also alienated from. And he sends out a text to them, and he reunites with both of them. And sometimes I'm surprised by this because I'm like, these are some really tough cases that have been going on for years. And if you marry someone and she alienates you from the kids, and then she does it again, then you marry someone else who does it again, there's some deep behavioral issues. So how did this dad get to reunite quickly? How do parents who struggled with alcoholism, and that's the reason why their kids don't want to see them, because they were mistreated when their parents were drunks, but now they're sober, reunite quickly? Like I said, how does this dad, who has a restraining order against him from the mom, who tried to kill him, who's a police officer, get the mom to agree to overnights with his teenage daughter? How do parents who have no contact for their kids get their kids to reach out to them after 14 years? The first step is to have a sense of hope that this can happen, and to say, I'm in it and I'm going to do whatever it takes to reunite. And to stop this blame game of blaming the other parent, blaming yourself, and to say, hey, mistakes were made. I own my full responsibility. Even if the alienation is only 3% my fault, I own my 3%. Let me say that again. Even if the alienation is only 3% your fault, you own that 3%. And that's the 3% you focus on, how you show up to your kid, to the alienator, to your community, and most importantly, to yourself. And this is what people want to skip. They want to say, how do I text? What's the template? Now, I have some amazing texts that you can send, but I can text for you and won't get a response if you're not emotionally healed. So to reunite quick, you got to take it slow. I worked with a mom, she reunited with her daughter, and there was just such crazy abuse in the court system. Number one. Number two, dad was totally ignoring every court order. Number three, daughter became a drug addict at 15, addicted to crystal meth. And this is not the type of family where you'd expect that to happen. This is an upper class professional family. So how did the mom do it? She said to me, Ginger, I realize I can have a relationship with my daughter even if my daughter's not there. I can have an energetic relationship with my daughter. I can focus instead of pushing my daughter to text with me, to be with me, knowing that she has a loyalty bind. I can focus on being there the way she needs me. So many parents I worked with have told me, Ginger, I've never thought about what my kid needs from me at this moment. And that is the secret to reunite quickly, is to take it slow, to say this has been going on for years, maybe decades in some cases. So we want this to be quickly, solved. We want the healing to be quick. We want it to be fast. We want it to be beautiful. We want it to be peaceful. But we need to take a step back first. I know so many parents who sounds like this, who've been dripping love. Who have been dripping love for years. And they say it doesn't work. I've seen parents do the same thing over and over again. They say, every year I get my kids Christmas gifts, I get them Easter gifts, I get them Hanukkah gifts. I said, are you reunited? They say, no, but I'm going to keep sending them gifts. Why do we keep doing stuff that doesn't work? Because we are afraid to focus on what does work. Because like the last thing you found, like if you want to find something, it's always in the last place you look. It's what you're not focusing on that is the key to solving the alienation. But how do you know what that is? You don't know because you've been traumatized from this whole experience. You're in a pain response. Your kids have been traumatized, they're in a pain response. And guess who the alienator is? Guess who the alienator is? The alienator is your child grown up. Because I'm going to guess that alienator went through a traumatic childhood and never healed. So we have a whole trauma system. And you're trying to heal from a place of trauma, a neediness. And that's totally normal. But until you step back, and the first step in our roadmap program is healing the trauma response, you're stuck. Your whole family's stuck. But when you take responsibility for what you can control, miracles happen. I have found with the parents that I work with, and this really surprised me when I started doing this work, that it's not the severity of the alienation that determines how quickly they reunite. It's how much the parent surrenders to the process and to the work. If they surrender quickly, like I said, there's a dad alienated from 3 kids, 2 adult sons from one mother, 1 7-year-old from another mother. He reunited with everyone after 1 session of working with me. Boom. And I have other parents who they want to spend all their time convincing me that they're a victim. I'm like, sure, I have no magical powers here. All I do is teach parents to copy what works. I'm going to take a little bit of the questions. Anita says, if you have their phone number, mind change their numbers and block me on socials. Again, Anita, there are ways to reach your kids, and all the adult children that I've worked that have reunited with their parents, they reached out. And someone was asking me, well, how do we get that to happen? They're not reaching out to me now. Your child, Anita, and everyone else who's listening, they have an energetic bond with you. This bond cannot be broken. You are their parent, you are their mommy, you are their daddy. And when you begin to change, they can feel that. And they often reach out. So we need to work on how we show up differently and focus on what we can control. And this might sound very high level. Well, how do I do this? That's where we come in and we're here to help you. Martin says, twin daughter's 8 years old, not seen since 1 month old. Oh my God. Jen, family court is shockingly abusive to the alienated parent. Unbelievable. Yes, that's why we can't look for a court solution. So I've had parents who have gotten court orders, who have made the courts work for them. I had 2 parents on my group coaching call, and they're always on the group coaching calls because it's private, so we can be like totally honest, totally raw, because it is not, for the consumption on the internet, right? And both of them actually got court orders that were enforced for them. But so many of my parents, that's not an option. That's okay, because they've run out of money. The judge hates them, right? And family court works best in the first 3 months of alienation. The more you wait, it gets so much more difficult, so much more complicated, so much more expensive. So, and also I'm like, even if, and the dad who I helped reunite with his 13-year-old daughter, and he had a restraining order. He couldn't see his daughter for a year. And when he started working with me, he goes, I saved all this money, I'm gonna go to court and demand visitation. I'm like, hold your horses, cowboy. You can always go back to court, always. Will you give me a few months to try for an out-of-court solution where we get the alienation to stop? He's like, well, yeah, I can always go back to court. It's expensive, I know that. I know that the judge doesn't like me. And we started working together in June, and he reunited in November. Faster than any court. And this was with a mom who absolutely hates him. Now I can have dinner with the mom and the daughter. So Susan says, I'm reunited because I had money to fight. Suzanne, definitely let's talk later because I love to interview reunited parents and their kids. So Nita, how do you address kids that moved across the country, no address or phone numbers, only general idea of location? So there are many ways that we can leverage people who you have in common to find them. We can leverage social media because I found that every alienated kid is following you on social media with a fake account. We can do certain outreaches. You can visit them. There's ways to find people. But if you rush into this and you're not ready, you're wasting your time and effort. So let's take some time to get you ready. So Suzanne says that alienation comes down to two factors: who has more money and how many years are you willing to stick it out. True. There's a quicker and there's a better way. Wow, court cost me $500K. David Miller says connect. Brenda, alienated from my daughter 13 years, I had no contact. If anyone has a question, put them in the chat. So I have about 2 minutes for questions, and then I'm going to give you the formula to reunite. So Brenda, alienated from my daughter's 13 years, no contact with my adult daughter who's now 25 years old. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Brenda, I recently reunited a mom who was 1 year no contact from her son. Her son reached out to her and they had a beautiful meeting, and they're going to keep meeting. And before, he was so angry at her. So Jennifer, Susan, I'm trying to help your audience. Yeah, let's talk, and I'd love to interview you and your daughter. Kristen, Valentine, I believe you, but in my situation, kids completely ignore me when I tell them I miss them. Yeah, well, because the way you're messaging them, Kristen, isn't working. We need to get you a new way to message them. Okay. So, anyone have any questions they want me to answer? Before I give you, and who wants to know how they can start reuniting tonight? Literally in 12 minutes. I'm hearing audio's a little low. Let's see if we can turn it up a little. How's that? Okay. How do we sign up? Awesome. How do we sign up? Okay. So after this call, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to get on a private group coaching call where I'm going to answer specific questions that parents have about how to reunite in their case. But there's more. I don't only show up and answer questions with my own opinion as the director of the Erasing Family documentary, who interviewed hundreds of families who reunited and who didn't, and saw that everyone who reunited had something in common. Not just my opinion as a kid who went through this. I bring on other coaches who are ex-alienated kids who reunited. One daughter reunited after 44 years of being abducted. One son after 12 years. I've had kids 7 years, no contact with their mom who reunited come on. And I also have parents who reunited come on to coach other parents. So you get access to this, and all the calls are recorded if you can't make it. You have a beautiful community where we celebrate wins when parents reunite, small wins on the path there, and you can ask a question anytime. We answer very quickly. But that's, as they say, that's not all. You also get access to our roadmap course. This course is a go at your own pace course that features quick lessons, resources, and meditations or prayers or neural rewiring to rewire your brain so you become a magnet that attracts your kids back. So you can take these lessons at any time, and they give you a step-by-step process, a roadmap on how to reunite. So I'm gonna go in, and so here is the information for the roadmap. It's in the description of the event. So here's the roadmap, and then here is how you actually sign up, and it's super affordable. We try to keep it super affordable, and the price is going to go up in about a month. So this is the time to get on it now. So, so Christine Ray, I'm sending you the message. I'm replying to your message. I'm sending you the link. And I'm sending you a message, Amy Lutz. Now, if you sign up right now, you will get access to tonight's call starting in about 5 minutes, and it is recorded plus the roadmap course that gives you everything you need to reunite. Okay? So Amy, I just sent you a private message and I replied to you. So click on the link. Everyone, let's start clicking on the link. So that way, so Kristen, I'm replying to you. I'm also sending you a message. Any questions about the roadmap? I'm just going to go in the past few minutes because some people are ready. Tyler, I'm sending you this right now as a reply. And as a reply to your comment. So see if you got it. Hold on. Because I can't send you a message for some reason. Gary Melissa Hendren, I'm sending you a reply to your comment. Anyone having trouble? So Kristen, I'm sending you, I already sent you the message. My kids tell me direct they've never been alienated. I think Stockholm syndrome made me have. Yeah, don't tell them that they're being alienated. Kristen Ray, I'm sending you a message right now. So I want you to click on the link, Kristen Ray. Also sending it, I'm replying to your comment. Who's having trouble? Hi, Suzanne. Thank you so much for all of your comments. David Miller will be the replay by this. Yeah, there will be a replay. Sorry about the low volume. Other people were. So David Miller, I'm sending you the link. Is it better now? I need to work on this. Hold on. I'm sending you a message. David Miller. So who's going to jump on the call right now with me? It's going to be in 5 minutes. So Susan, I'm sorry if the comment of yours got deleted. I did not delete it. Maybe it was a glitch in the system. Susan, so let me see who signed up. Awesome. We had 2 people who just signed up. This is amazing. Who else wants to? So Linnell Davis, I'm sending you a message on how to sign up. I'm also commenting below your comment. Anyone have a question or trouble signing up right now? So Gary and Melissa Herndon, I missed most of the video, but I don't have a lot of faith. So yeah, the first step is getting faith. So I'm going to suggest that you sign up for the roadmap, and one of the first thing is going from hopelessness to hope. That is the first lesson. Frank is already signed up, so he'll be there. Susan, why don't we talk privately? Because you're asking a lot of comments, and I'm here for the people who need help. And yes, this is all about helping people. I'm on a mission to help people reunite. And so a lot of people ask about money, and I do this full time. So for me to do this full time, and I have kid coaches who I pay, I have parents who I pay, I have a staff to make sure everyone gets the help they need. This is an energetic exchange, and the way you honor that is by paying. Just like you go to the doctor and you pay for a doctor. So I make no qualms about this. The more I get paid, the more people I can help. And the roadmap is super affordable. But no one has to sign up and join. There's these free lives, but the people who work with me, they see the quickest results. So I think that, it's like, how do you want, to help people? Anyone else who wants to sign up? So Kristen, I'm glad you love the mission. I'm going to leave you with anyone who's thinking about money. I worked with a mom who was going to a food pantry. She found a way to pay me. She now not only reunited with her daughter, has gone on 8 vacations with her, and you can see her testimonial on our website. She's now in a great financial place. She's financially and emotionally stable. So the first thing to ask is, how? Universe, help me. And that's a way to get out of this victim mentality and this trap of like, I can't. When people say, I can't reunite, I can't pay for it, then they can't. When you say, how can I, then you can. Okay, someone said DM tonight. Let me see anyone else. Amy Lutz, have you signed up? Let me send you a message. So Amy Lutz, I'm giving you a comment. Awesome. So I'm seeing if there's any comments. So I'm seeing some questions. Okay, let's see. What else? Anyone else have a question before I get on with the parents on my call to respond to their questions one-on-one? No, anyone else? Anita, I'm looking at your DM right now. Okay, so this is the end of the live tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to keep doing these lives. Share this link with someone who can benefit. The recording will be available afterwards, and I hope you all reunite quickly. Thank you so much for coming on. And for all of those who are struggling financially, remember, the happier you are, the more reunited you are. You'll also get abundance financially. So ask yourself, how can I afford this? Not, I can't afford this. Whenever we say, I can't reunite, I have no hope, it won't work for me, we're speaking that into existence, okay? So thank you. So I'm going to end the live video. See you all soon.